Good morning, everybody. Guess who? I am about to do something brand new for me. Hope y'all are doing well this morning. I am. I got up feeling pretty good. Got my little 5 hours of sleep in, and I'm ready to go. So, anywho, I'm going to make some form of scones or uh, sweet biscuits, fruit biscuits, whatever you want to call it. We're going to see what they turn out to be. I didn't have quite enough flour to do 2 cups, so I've got a cup of regular flour. So normally this is going to be just 2 cups of flour is what I'm going to normally use. But since I don't have quite 2 cups, because you know me, I want to experiment anyway. I like Bisquick. So I'm going to do half Bisquick and half flour. How about that? So that's my twist on the biscuits today. And of course, you've had the biscuits from the sweet biscuits, or you've had scones or whatever. Anyway, there's going to be a need for sugar. So, but you don't put as much sugar as you would if you're going to make like a cake or muffins or something like that. So, to keep it sort of buttery and whatever, I'm just going to do a half a cup of sugar in there because I'm going to be putting some other stuff in, some other sweet stuff. So I'm going to do a half a cup of sugar. And I'm going to do 2 cups of flour. That was quite half a cup. I won't miss out. Y'all know I don't like to miss out on my sweet. And by the way, this is, of course, self-rising flour that I'm using. You know, Bisquick is already self-rising, so that's about a half a cup of sugar. And for you people who eat healthy, hats off to you, honey. I advocate good health because I want to be healthy. But the good things in life, honey, I take the good with the bad, the bitter with the sweet. So this morning we are going to do some little scones. The reason I'm doing these, the other reason I'm doing too, you all please keep, I think you met my neighbor girl, my adopted neighbor daughter. She has had a death in her family. I want to take some of these little breakfast scone things over there for them. You know, you can eat with coffee or something like that. So we're just doing something extra special. Y'all know I'm extra, so I put 1 stick. I don't have butter. I have a lot of don't have. So since I don't have butter, I'm gonna use a stick and a half of margarine in there. Usually I use butter, but since I don't have any this morning, we're not gonna worry about it. Okay? And so for you people who find an issue with margarine and using noodles or ramen noodles or however you want to say them, honey, let me tell you, there are a lot of things on this earth that will take you out. And I don't think ramen noodles or margarine will be it for me. And if it is, oh well. I still serve an awesome God. I don't do everything all right every time. And I'm not claiming that I do. Excuse that. Got my little frog with me in my throat this morning. So anywho, for the greater good here this morning, I am creaming my butter, or margarine rather. You know what I'm thinking? For y'all who don't like margarine and a lot of butter, how about I'm just gonna go ahead and put the rest of that butter, because it was winking at me over there. Because I'm thinking, you know, margarine, a lot of it, the content of it is water, so we won't get a lot of the oil that I probably am going to need. This is a brand new thing that I'm doing. I know how to make biscuits. And we used to make biscuits all the time, but biscuits are so heavy, I rarely do biscuits. And since I found a good brand of biscuits in the way of Pillsbury, I don't do a lot of biscuits making, so sometimes I'll get a wire here and go ahead and do me some biscuits, but we're going to do my version of scones. Now, my girlfriend Barbara, of course, she's from England. And you know, they do scones all the time. I don't even know what Barbara's recipe is for scones. So, I can't copy her this morning. You know what? I just tasted some of that. I think it's going to be extra good. But I'm going to go ahead and put me a little bit more sugar. Y'all know me. And I don't know I'm trying to think, have I ever even attempted to make scone? I'm going to go ahead and put me a tablespoon of vanilla flavor in mine. I want vanilla flavor in mine. So I'm going to say that's about a tablespoonful. Okay. Y'all got me. And I've got a few blueberries left. I'm going to throw me some blueberries over in there. Just a few. I don't have a few left. And to this mix, I'm gonna do some water. I'm sorry, not water, but milk. Some it's gonna be the Food Line brand evaporated milk. I'm gonna throw some of that off in there. Now, again, I'm gonna give you the measurements that I'm using here. So we doing this together, y'all, right? So got that about that consistency, so you know the butter is all into it. And it's kind of, when it gets like that, it's kind of crumbly. And beyond this is almost pie crust consistency, because with that you don't have to put a few drops of water to make your pie crust. I'm not putting a lot of water. I'm gonna get it good and thick and gooey, and that's the point at which I'm going to go ahead and start making my fruit biscuits. I'm gonna call these fruit biscuits, so I ain't claiming nobody else's stuff. So hold on just a minute. Let me run. My sous chef didn't get my blueberries over here for me yet, so hold on. Okay, you know, y'all, one thing that occurred to me, because usually when I do biscuits, I do real butter, and because it was just margarine, I put 1/8 of a cup of oil in there to get me that oil, the oil that I need to compensate for that little water that's in there. That's in that margarine. So now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and put some milk. I'm gonna put 1/4 of a cup. Look, I can pour 1/4 of a cup right out of this can of Food Line brand. Got it upside down. So I'm gonna say that's about 1/4 of a cup right there. What y'all think? Oh yeah, that's a good consistency there. Now these are about ready. Yeah, these are ready. So go ahead. I'm gonna have to go ahead and roll this out on some flour and get them shaped into. And I've got some. Remember, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I made some strawberry. I guess you say preserved compote or whatever you want to call it. And so I still got some left in the fridge. And you know me, I don't believe in throwing stuff away. Oh wow, what am I doing with my camera here? What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get that volume all the way up. Y'all excuse all these Fraggle Rock things I'm doing with this camera. I'm going to also put into some of this strawberry juice into them. You probably think, why don't you just say that to go? I don't know me, I have to experiment with everything. So I'm going to put, that's about 1/2 cup of blueberries I'm pouring in there. So get these blueberries going around in there. And because I don't have a lot of blueberries, y'all know what I'm getting ready to put in here now. I'm going to throw a few raisins in there. Not a lot, just a few. So you need at least a good 1/2 cup of fruit. Not too much to overpower. Now, that's a little bit wet. Show y'all one of my old tricks. Because it's wet, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of that if you make it too wet, and I think it got wet when I put that another 1/4 of a cup of child, please. I'm trying to say another 1/4 of a cup of flour. Biscuit. And I could put these in muffin tins, and when I got going, that's what I got muffin tin on the brain. I don't want to do muffins. I want them to be like scones, like biscuits. So that batter is wonderful, and I'm gonna go ahead. One more blueberry. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this mixture rolled out on a flat surface because I want to make biscuits out of them. I want it to be sort of flat. I don't want to, I don't want the thickness. I want the flatness. So, hold on just 1 second for me. Okay, y'all. Here I go. I got everything all poured out onto the flour. I got to turn that TV down. I'm competing, Clarine. Narique, I mean. Okay, I got everything now, y'all. Everything's out here. I don't know what Narique is in there talking. He got up early this morning. He usually get up to 10:30, 11 o'clock. He got up early this morning. Okay. Anyway, you got to get this stuff. You got to get your hands floured. Or you have to get your hands in this one. Okay. So y'all see what I'm doing here? And this is the same thing you do when you make biscuits. The same thing you do when you make pie crust. And what I'm doing now is getting my dough to the point where I can work with it. Where I can sort of flatten it out and make my my Peggy's biscuits, okay? I don't want to work too much flour. You know, the more flour you work into it, the tougher it gets. So I think as far as I'm concerned, I got me enough flour worked into mine. So I'm just going to flatten it out to about a 1/2 inch. I think this is going to end up being. Flatten it out about like that. And I've got my old 40-year-old baking pan over there that I am going to coat really well with I don't have a cookie cutter or anything like that, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and grease my pan because I'm getting ready to start putting these on, and I've already got my oven set on 350. Okay. My oven is going to be, I'm going to bake these for, see, we're going to put them, yeah, I said 350, yeah. 350 is good. It's already there because I had made toast earlier this morning, so. All right. I don't have a cookie cutter, so you can use a glass. This is like a maybe 3 inches around. That's as big as I need it for it to be. If you want yours bigger, of course, by all means, you can make it bigger. And as you do it, you have to keep that glass coated with flour so it doesn't get too sticky. And you may have to do this a few times. And hopefully it's not stuck on the bottom. Because you do know this self-rising flour and this biscuit is going to rise up. Like, what's that pretty girl's name with the head wraps? And mine don't have to be perfect, y'all. So you see what size that is? That's a perfect size. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying them right onto the pan. And to space them out, I'm going to be able to use every bit of my dough because as I cut each one, and if I see where one over here, like for instance here, don't have no berries, I'm going to steal one from on this side. Okay. So I didn't have a whole lot of berries to put in there. So anyway. Hopefully, I'm trying to get 12. If I get a baker's dozen, I'm good. Okay. I think my baby's going to love these. I don't know how many of these might make it next door, but we're going to try. Okay. Yeah, they did pretty good. So, remember now, I told you got to keep it. And if they don't come out perfectly round, sort of take that off of there too. You just put it right back on top of there. Keep your there we go. I'm letting y'all see me do this in real time, so that's why the messy hands. But this is cooking. I mean, and that's why a lot of times cooks don't like a whole bunch of folks all up in their kitchen when they cook, because they don't want you to see every little mess they're making, because it makes me sort of uncomfortable, because some things can get really, really messy at times, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to get my dozen. In fact, I might get more than a dozen out of here. Yeah, I'm going to get more than a dozen. This reminds me of when my mom used to make biscuits. As she was going along making them, at the end, she would take her hand and flatten them out. And she had the knife. And we loved her biscuits, so they would sort of had that little crisp on them. I'm hoping with this, I'll get me a little bit of crisp. We'll shake that one up a little bit better. Okay. Yeah. In fact, I think I am going to get me a baker's dozen here. Okay. I'll probably get 3 more out of there. I really don't need, but I'm going to see if I can make, I'll probably put it in a separate pan. How about that? Yeah, I'll get 3 more out of here. So I got 12 on my pan. I got 2 more to bake. I got a little old pan I can throw these on. And you know what? I might be able to just go ahead. You know what I'm going to do? This is the last 2. Y'all know I ain't throwing nothing away, right? We already know that. So Like I said, we don't want to work a lot of flour into this, because the more flour you work into it, but you got to get it to where it's not sticking to your hand and slowing down your work process. Okay. I think we can squeeze. I'm just going to take this, make me a little ball there. I'm going to lay it right in there. And those two will mesh together. It won't hurt nothing. We'll separate them with a knife. Okay. And if they kind of, like I said, if they cook together, just take a knife and cut them apart. Okay. I'm going to go off and clean my hands up, and I can show you in just a minute what I got going into the oven. Well, you can see it. How about that? Go on, camera girl. My camera person is working well. How about that? Yeah, sous chef, get that mess off of there. Yes. 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 We got something going on here today, girl. Things are looking up. Yes, indeedy. Get my hands cleaned up over here, y'all. And I'm going to run these into the oven for about 12-15 minutes. We'll see, based on that sweetness. And I don't know how fast they're going to start browning on me. Because like I said, this is something new because I got the sweet stuff in there. Yes, darling. What am I doing? Y'all, I got my helpers here this morning. No, Rick, please come say hey. Say hey, y'all. Say hey. Okay. No, he wants my phone. You cannot have my phone. I asked you nicely to let me charge yours last night. He wouldn't let me charge his, so his little iPad is gone dead, y'all. And he wants my phone, but he can't have it. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort of do this. Kind of press down into them like that. One of the favorite things my mom used to do when she was making biscuits, I used to love to see her do, when she got them pressed down like that, she'd take her finger and just do a little dimple. She did a dimple. We love the dimple. Mama always put a dimple in her biscuits. So in honor of Miss Ella Roberts, my mommy, I am going to put a little dimple in there. Yes, love. Yes, love. What is it, darling? What sugar? What you want, sugar booger? He wants my phone so bad. I love you. I just love you, moo moo. Get over there, chef. Hey, say hey. Say hey to the camera. Say hey, camera. Say hey. Say good morning. He is so sweet. He spent the night with me last night. Lord Jesus. Whew. Okay. In the oven, 350, 12 to 15 minutes. When they come out, I'll let y'all see it. So hold on just a second. Okay, y'all, there they are out of the oven. I'm going to let them cool a little bit. Then I'm going to put me a little glaze on them. And we're going to see what's going to be going on with these Peggy's fruit biscuits. Okay? Okay, y'all. The scones are ready. Whew. I knew I shouldn't have done this. It's too late now. See, stuff like this, I love, love, love. So, rather than putting that frosting on top of them right now, I'm just going to let them stay dry like this without the frosting. I'm calling it dry like this. We won't let them do it like this. So I'm going to put them on my cake plate thing here, just like this. I always like to have something like this. You know, I'm a snacker. And today is Friday, so we don't do a lot. I don't do a lot of cooking. I don't say we, because nobody cooks with me anyway. Anyway, isn't that just pretty? And you know what? For breakfast now, what we're going to do with some, we're going to add some bacon, some turkey bacon. How's that? How's that for something nice and yummy? So like I say, we're not going to put the little frosting. I made a little bit of frosting. I'm just going to, I'll just leave, and all that is some confection sugar, some vanilla flavor, a pinch of salt, and a little bit of strawberry, the juice out of those strawberry preserves that I made. So we're ready to go with this. I mean, it's a done deal. I just don't know what else to tell you. Okay, y'all, there it is, all ready to go. I've got my turkey bacon all fried up. I got my fruit berry scones going. Look, those blueberries popping up through there, looking good. And that's still got some left over there on the pan. So these are going to be left here in the house, and I'm going to take some over to my neighbor next door. So this is nice with a hot cup of coffee, a cup of tea, cold glass of milk, cold glass of water, whatever. All you got to do is be ready to do what we do right here. Eat. So until I cook something again or have a little brainstorm about something I want to do all at once, I'm going to say toodaloo. Keep those prayers going up, y'all, so the blessings will continue to come down for you. Cook something good. Spur of the moment, honey. Ain't nothing like it. These things here are wonderful. I probably shouldn't have, because I know I'm going to have 2 or 3 of them before the day is over. So, y'all, I'm going to say toodaloo. Thank you. Love you. Do something good for somebody now. Toodaloo.